Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Brian if you happen to be new around here, but returning subscribers, you already know the drill. You look dadgum fantastic today, and I'm not afraid to say it. And that's what you guys get for subscribing. In fact, actually at the time of this recording, we are just 3 subscribers short of 6,000 subscribers. So thank you. I love you guys 3,000 times 2. And so this is going to be something that probably happens this weekend. And we're going to talk over on Ginger Prime actually why the subscription is going to be so important going forward. In fact, I got a 3-part series that if you've ever been interested in content creation, if you've ever just been interested in Twitch and YouTube and really a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, you won't want to miss that series. I'm going to have that rolling out this weekend for you guys as well. And I think if you guys are like me, I find all this stuff really fascinating. But anyway, feel free to check it out if you want. In this video, we're actually talking about how New World devs are not playing. They're not messing around. And this, as a veteran player, as somebody who has gone through multiple of these different kind of issues, I can tell you hands down that this is the most powerful way I've ever seen a company handle it in terms of communication, in terms of just how this all came about, how we were told about it, how it was mitigated, and how it was fixed, all within the span of like 16 hours. This gives me such confidence. That's what we're going to talk about in this video, because I think this is a really good sign. Towards the end of the video, I'm going to give you kind of a preview of what's going to be happening this week. I think it's going to be an exciting week for anybody who's a New World fan or somebody who is just still on the fence. But anyway, let's go ahead and talk about it, because when it comes down to it, like I said, in the video that I posted going over the exploits for you guys here on this channel, it is New World content. It's going to cover the good and the bad. And yes, I absolutely love this game, and I think this game is something special and unique, and I'm not afraid to share that. I've been sharing that this entire year. In fact, I've been saying so much stuff about this game. It's just so interesting to see how my predictions and what I've been saying is going to happen is coming true. I'm not trying to be like a little humble brag or anything like that, but when it comes down to it, this is where we are. If you guys have been following my content, you also know there's going to be some dips and stuff like that coming. MMOs have evolved into kind of a seasonal kind of structure, and whether you like that or not, we can always discuss that obviously over on Discord or in the comments. But regardless, I think what we saw here in today is interesting. Now, Amazon also released another statement, because here's what's happened. Those who were caught exploiting, and for those of you who don't know, there was apparently an exploit with consumables that these companies and these individuals were using. They are banned. Amazon has stated that they will, if they can clear up and remove all of any kind of problems within it, then they might release the ban. Otherwise, they're going to then shift them to a permanent ban. These devs are not messing around. I know people are kind of concerned because obviously with Brimstone and more people coming back, will we see exploit after exploit after exploit? I don't believe that's actually going to be the case. Do I believe there might be another exploit or issue in the future? Yeah, and the reason why is because I play mmorpgs and online games. This is something that these devs within many MMOs are facing and are fighting. And if you think that that's not the case, if you haven't say like, I haven't heard about that, that's a point for AGS. That's a win for the New World devs that they've actually communicated with us, despite the fact that there might be a little bit of bad press. People might be concerned about this. And at the end of the day, I actually respect them more for sharing what is happening. So we're not sitting here left speculating, because here's the kicker. Here's what it would have ended up happening if they didn't share this. You'd all of a sudden have people flooding onto Reddit. You'd have people flooding on to Twitter and literally saying, AGS banned me and I don't know why. Their auto ban system is broken. That would have been the story, and AGS would have to have worked extra hard to try and correct it. So here's a couple things. Here's the thing that if you're sitting here worried about anything that happened in the last 16 hours that you should take away as a sign of confidence, is that they had automatic detection. They detected that there was something going wrong, and then they turned off player trading to mitigate any potential damage to your experience and to my experience. All right, turning off player trading, kind of a bummer. All right, but they turned it off. Then they said, we're working on a patch. We've identified the root cause, and then they deployed the patch. This all was within the span of 16 hours. Overnight, too, mind you. So that means they've got people on freaking alert. And if anybody's ever worked in an IT job and a development job, like, this means that this was detected in the evening, Californian time, where these people live and work. People got woken up They got put to work. They got the thing fixed, tested, and deployed. You see what I'm saying here? You see what I'm saying? Ridiculous. Absolutely outstanding job. Now, like I said, do bugs, do issues? Are people trying to always break the game? Yes, this is true. You take any game out there, this is always going to be true. Some people find fun in that. The only issue, and I don't actually take a concern with cheating in a single player game, because the only person you're cheating is yourself. And sometimes it can be kind of fun. I remember the days of the Game Genie and all that, and the Game Shark and stuff like that, like breaking games just for the sake of it, for the laughs, the lulls, and more. The issue then becomes an issue when you step it into a multiplayer experience where you are actively impacting my experience. And so the fact that they came in, issued the bans, that these bans might turn to permanent. You know, I'm all about forgiveness. I'm all about repentance. If somebody wants to step up and say, you know what, I'm sorry. Okay, you know, I think maybe there can be a way back into kind of the fold. But honestly, at the end of the day, if their way back into the game is them having to spend 40 or 50 bucks just to have another license, I think that's a fair punishment. I'd love to know your thoughts. Is that too hard? Is that too soft? Honestly, I would be very curious to see where you fall on that. But that's why I think this is such a positive thing. Obviously, I like this game. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, bash on it. I don't like actually personally bashing on games, but I will give a community a good slap across the face every now and then. And some of you just got slapped in the comments in a couple of videos. You know who you are if you're watching this one. I hope you have a great day. But on that note, guys, this is a really good positive sign. This is something that I think that is a good story to actually have happen. And honestly, if there aren't any exploits that are discovered, especially with the rush, I'm glad they found this one now, before the next wave, before the next rush. And so that gives me a lot of confidence, gives me a lot more excited for what we're about to see. And the fact of just the process alone has me excited that AGS is not messing around. You will get banned. Do not do this stuff. Even if you think it's fun or funny, it's not, and you're gonna get your account banned. And I don't know if that's gonna be a financial risk to you. And that's why also I like buy to play games, right? Like I love the buy to play because at least there's a door cost, there's an entry fee. So you have a little bit of more skin in the game than the free to play model. But anyway, all thoughts are welcome. I'd love to know them. And now for those of you who are actually genuinely curious, we got a couple things planned this week. So first things first, this is going to be the 1 year anniversary of the game. Like on the 28th, Wednesday, 1 year, we're going to be celebrating a year of New World. And how exciting is that to see? That's when I'm going to expect that we'll see the dev update. So if you guys are interested, I will be doing a live reaction to the dev update because that is, I think, going to be thrilling to see whatever happens. Now, I'm currently thinking Wednesday. We'll see what happens. I've got Force Gaming on the podcast Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central. That's already scheduled. I'd love for as many of you guys to show up for the live show. Even if you can lurk on that, that'd be great. So be sure to go follow. That's already scheduled. I'll be sure to actually include the link in Discord and stuff like that. So the more that we can have in terms of support for that show, it would be wonderful. Especially just, yeah, I like Forrest. He's a great guy. We've had him on the podcast before. It's always just nice with a live show, especially when you have a big creator like Forrest on that. You get a bigger draw ideally or hopefully, but that will obviously remain to see. No pressure to always for that. Beyond those two things, you guys have also sent me a Lazy Peons video. He was actually really positive in the spring. Everybody's saying he's really positive on the game now, and that's exciting to see. And so, but regardless of that, there's still algorithmic things that I'm always calling into question. Not that I'm sitting here doubting him. The only one thing that Lazy ever did that I disagreed with is when he pulled his original Final Fantasy XIV video because he was getting death threats. He didn't deserve death threats. Nobody deserves to be getting death threats because they want to talk about a video game, whether it's positive or negative. But that's just unfortunately the reality of some people who just take it too far because they think, I guess, their video game is their girlfriend or their boyfriend or something like that. That's just my personal theory. You can always weigh in on that if you feel like it. But those are things that you guys have asked. I like to do kind of more responses or a little bit more edited style in terms of discussion. So I'm going to have that also. I'm going to put that out for you guys here on this channel as well. So hopefully you guys look for that. I'm looking forward to actually watching it. Haven't seen it at the time of this recording, but that's going to be rolling out here for you soon. All that being said was I just wanted to sit down today and talk to you guys, kind of in a way issue kind of that warning. Don't be stupid, as people say, don't be stupid or something like that. Don't be sitting here trying to break the game. Like it looks like at least AGS is geared up, ready to rock and roll and address issues in a very timely manner. Hopefully we have a very smooth 1 year celebration. We'll find out here in a couple of weeks how that goes on. And I can't wait to deliver you news, even more guides. And thanks so much for all you who watched my my healer's guide. I mean, such positive comments on that. I appreciate that, and more. Anyway, subscribers is going to be massively huge here in the next coming year. There's going to be a massive shift in live streaming culture and changes that are just on the way. They're on the horizon. If you guys are interested in those thoughts and why and how you can prepare for those, go check out Prime anyway. I've got to have those rolling out, of course, over this weekend as well for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy. But that all being said, I don't want to waste your time. Thank you so much for being here. That's it. You guys enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you in my next video. But until then, take care.